Hey guys, I'm Red, and this is LEGO Marvel set number 76201, released in 2021 for $30 with 343 pieces and 3 exclusive minifigures. I don't have the original box, but this is Captain Carter and the Hydra Stomper from the What If TV show. And let's just stop talking and get right into the minifigures. The first minifigure we're going to look at is Steve Rogers. And obviously this is not Captain America in the What If show. This is just some guy in the army in the Hydra Stomper. But anyway, I really like his hairpiece. I think that works well for him. The face doesn't really look like Steve Rogers in the What If show, but his outfit's pretty nice. I like that olive green color. And you can see there's a slightest bit of negative space on the hips, just to make him that little bit skinnier, but I think that's pretty cool. If we flip him around, you can see there's a backpack printed onto his back. And then there is another expression where he's like super angry because Red Skull just shot the Hydra Stomper or something. Speaking of Red Skull, might as well cover him next. And he just comes with a basic stud shooter, which we've seen many times before. But this time it has an orange stud. And the figure itself is really nice. I always like getting Red Skull in Lego form because he is a Nazi, so it is kind of hard to get him in without having the symbolism of Nazi Germany. But anyway, I really like his Red Skull. I think it looks really nice, like that super angry face going on. And I like the slight bit of red you can see in his jacket there. And the Hydra logo printed onto his belt buckle, I really like. And his legs are just kind of basic. They remind you of a lot of Star Wars legs, but nothing too exciting about the legs. But on the back, you can see there's more like printing for this jacket. And of course, there isn't a second expression because we'd be able to see it. And the highlight of this set is obviously Captain Carter in her stealth suit. And I really like her accessory. It's the blue and silver shield. You can see the Union Jack in the middle there. I think that looks really nice. And the figure itself is also very nice. I like the blue and silver outfit. I like the dark brown hairpiece. You can see there's a little smile on her face there. But the torso itself also has the Union Jack in the middle. You can see there's a little bit of negative space for the hips in the silver there. She does have some brown hands, which is really nice. And on the back here, you can see there's a super angry face. And then the Captain America armor just continues on the back with a little spot to place a shield. And finally, here is the set itself. I really like it. I love the dark gray and the mix of different greens. I think that looks really nice. But I think we should start with the legs. Starting off with the feet, you can see there's a sticker right up front there. And I like it. It's not really faded. It's not too crooked, so I think I did a good job there. And then you can see they tiled off the feet, which I actually really like, and rounded it off, which is pretty nice. You can see they are on ball joints, so you get some good movement there. Moving up, you get a ingot piece in that gunmetal gray, which is always nice to get. Another sticker there just to add some more vents. And then they did round off the left side as well. And then this side's just exactly the same. 2 stickers, gunmetal ingot piece, ball joint. Yeah. And also on the back, there are 2 Nexonite shield pieces in dark green. So those are pretty nice to get. Moving more towards the hips, you can see there's 2 ratchet joints to keep the legs in place, which we will play with a little bit later when I have 2 hands available. And moving on towards like the chest area, you can see there's a little detail here with the sticker that there's dark gray on the left and right, and then the sticker also depicts that, which is pretty cool. You can see a Captain America shield, and maybe like a where you put the arc reactor or something. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but the actual arc reactor is in the middle, so maybe that's like a fuel thing or something. But the face, also really cool. That's a printed piece. And how you open a Hydra Stomper is just flip open the mask just like that, and pull down the chest to reveal a seating area. You can see there's a modified tile in there, like a seat piece, I guess. I'm not sure exactly what that's called. But you can very easily stick Steve Rogers just right in there and close the Hydra Stomper back up. You can see him the slightest bit through the left and right, but if you look at him from the front, you can't see it at all. So I think they did a good job. Moving more towards the back of the build, you get some more added details with the 2 telephones in dark gray. And you can see there's a hollow 1x2 plate. I'm not exactly sure what that's called, but it fits this antenna here, which is just like a fencing sword, which I think looks pretty nice. And on the back, there's a very simple jetpack build using just some Technic axles to stick it in there, and makes it look pretty nice. And now the left and right arms, again, are also the same. You get this sand green vent piece, which I really like. A couple more stickers here on the fist. And some more metallic-y silver pieces for the fingers. Here's a stud shooter right there, so just very easily fired off by, of course, flipping the switch that I don't have. And these are actually on ratchet joints, so again, we'll play with that in a little bit. But the shoulder is on ball joints, which is pretty cool. And again, the right arm is almost the same. Sand green vent piece, which is really cool. 2 stickers on the fist. Metallic-y silver fingers there. And an actual stud shooter that works. And just in case you lose any, there is some extra studs. Okay, now how does this thing move? Well, super easy. Shoulders, like I said, are on ball joints, so those move every which way. And then the fist is on a ratchet joint, so you can very easily move it. And that's the same thing with the right arm, ball joint, ratchet joint, super easy. And the legs, basically the same. There's a bigger ratchet joint there, just to give him like a splits movement, I guess. I'm not sure exactly why they would do that. But the foot is the same thing, on a ball joint, super easy, super fun to play with. So there you go, that's really all I have to say about this beautiful LEGO Marvel set. It was a fun playset, you know, I'm not going to complain about anything too harsh. Obviously this is for kids, so they're not going to put too much movement into it. But I like the 3 figures, I think they were pretty good, and they are still exclusive, so also really nice. Yeah. Overall, a very good set in my opinion, but what do you guys think about the set? Why don't you leave a comment down below and let me know. And while you're down there, hit like, subscribe, it's easy, it's free. And I don't know what our next video is going to be yet, but it'll be something really exciting.